Helicopters are relatively modern marvels of flying machines. Back when the first helicopter took to the skies in the 1920s, technology has progressed a lot since then. There has been all manners of choppers, from civilian to military, adorning the air above our heads since. I've rounded up some of the most technological advanced helicopters to ever lift off into the skies. This is New Technology Today, bringing you the hottest tech innovations straight to your screens. So sit back, relax, and enjoy the video. And of course, subscribe to my channel and click the notification bell to keep yourself up to date. Number 10. AH-64E Apache Guardian. As far as best attack helicopters go, the American 4-blade twin turboshaft with a tailwheel type landing gear arrangement and a tandem cockpit for a two-man crew, Boeing AH-64E Apache Guardian is the most advanced ever built. The AH-64 Apache is a twin-turbine engine, armored attack helicopter designed to defeat the most advanced main battle tanks at standoff ranges. Formerly known as the AH-64D Block 3, the AH-64E Guardian has improved digital connectivity. The Joint Tactical Radio System, more powerful T-700GE701B engines with upgraded transmission to accommodate more power, capability control unmanned aerial vehicles, new composite rotor blades, instrument flight rules capability, and improved landing gear. The AH-64E is designed for armed reconnaissance, close combat, mobile strike, and vertical maneuver missions in day-night obscured battlefield and adverse weather conditions. The helicopter has self-diagnostic abilities, Link 16 data linking, and updated longbow radar with oversea capacity that could enable naval strikes. It has a nose-mounted sensor suit for target acquisition and night vision systems. It is armed with a 30mm M230 chain gun carried between the main landing gear, under the aircraft's forward fuselage. The attack helicopter has 4 hardpoints mounted on stub wing pylons, typically carrying a mixture of AGM-114 Hellfire missiles and rockets. Number 9. Denel AH-2 Rooivalk. The Denel Rooivalk is a next-generation attack helicopter manufactured by Denel of South Africa, and Rooivalk simply means red kestrel. The South African Air Forces operate only 12 Denel AH-2 Rooivalk attack helicopters. Although it looks like an entirely new machine, the Rooivalk is based on a degree of the reverse engineering of the aerospatial Puma, using the same engines and main rotor. The step tandem cockpits for the pilot and co-pilot gunner, rear and front respectively, have dual controls as well as 3 LED displays. The third display is used for threat warning. There is no head-up display, but symbology is displayed on the helmet visor in full color. A gyro-stabilized turret at the nose contains an automatic target detection and tracking system which incorporates a laser rangefinder, forward-looking infrared and TV camera, and the 2 crewmen each have a helmet-mounted sight system. The third display is used for threat warning. There is no head-up display, but symbology is displayed on the helmet visor in full color. A gyro-stabilized turret at the nose contains an automatic target detection and tracking system which incorporates a laser rangefinder, forward-looking infrared and TV camera, and the 2 crewmen each have a helmet-mounted sight system. This gunship helicopter is armed with a nose-mounted arms-core 20mm cannon. It can carry up to 16 indigenous CT-6 Mokopa. Surprisingly, the Mokopa is one of the most powerful anti-tank guided missiles in the world and has a range of 10 kilometers. Alternatively, the Rooivalk can carry smaller US TOW anti-tank guided missiles. Also, this South African helicopter has provision to carry short-range air-to-air missiles. This attack helicopter is often seen with pods packed with 70mm unguided rockets. The AH-2 is a South African helicopter that uses a stealthy design, electronic countermeasures, and armor to survive threats on the battlefield. Number 8. SED-10. The Shangqi-10, or simply SED-10, was developed by the Shangji Aircraft Industries Group and China Helicopter Research and Development Institute for the People's Liberation Army. The C-10 was originally considered a triumph of the Chinese defense industry, but it was actually designed by Russian manufacturer Kamov, the company behind the Ka-52 and the Ka-50. Co-designed by the Chinese 602nd Aircraft Design Institute, it is designed primarily for anti-tank warfare. The SED-10 helicopter has a standard gunship configuration with a narrow fuselage and a step tandem cockpits. Gunner is seated at the front and the pilot is at the rear. Weapons of the SED-10 may consist of 30mm cannons, HJ-9 anti-tank guided missiles, newly developed HJ-10 anti-tank missiles, and TY-90 air-to-air missiles. It can also carry unoperated rocket pods. The Z-10 has an altitude ceiling of nearly 20,000 feet. The Z-10 incorporates a conventional attack helicopter layout featuring a nailed-down fuselage and stepped tandem cockpits. The fuselage with a sloped side is tapered to the rear for a reduced radar cross-section. The helicopter is equipped with 5-bladed main rotor and 4-bladed tail rotor. 2 engines are mounted at the rear of the cockpit. The helicopter has a length of 14.1 meters, rotor diameter of 13 meters, and a height of 3.8 meters. The maximum takeoff weight of the Z-10 is 8 tons. The stepped tandem cockpit accommodates a gunner in the front and a pilot in the rear on ejection seats. The cockpit is protected by composite armor. The bulletproof glass canopy of the cockpit can withstand 7.62mm rounds. The modern glass cockpit is equipped with a multifunctional displays, a helmet-mounted sight with night vision goggles, and a fly-by-wire control system. The helicopter can be fitted with a forward-looking infrared and a low-light television, as well as radar systems. Number 7. Eurocopter Tiger. Eurocopter Tiger is currently in service with the Germany and France's air forces. It's a 4-bladed, twin-engine, medium-weight attack helicopter which first entered service in 2003. It has a 30mm cannon and carries 8 Hot 2, Hot 3, or Trigat 2 anti-tank missiles, 4 Stinger 2 or Mistral short-range air-to-air missiles 68 by 68mm rockets, potted 12.7mm guns, as well as countermeasures for incoming missiles. The Tiger is capable of undertaking a wide range of combat missions, including armed reconnaissance and surveillance, anti-tank and close air support, escort and protection of friendly assets, and can operate during day or night in all weather conditions, and has been designed to include operations in the aftermath of nuclear, biological, or chemical warfare. Amongst the Tiger's notable qualities, it possesses very high levels of agility, much of which is attributed to the design of its 13-meter 4-bladed hingeless main rotor. The Tiger can perform full loops and negative G maneuvers. The protection system employed on the Tiger includes stealth. Aspects such as visual, radar, infrared, and acoustic signatures have been minimized to better evade threats that may be present upon the battlefield. The fuselage is armored and was developed to withstand small arms fire and 23mm cannon rounds. The helicopter has various radar or laser warning and missile approach detection systems, including EADS AN/AAR-60 missile launch detection system, as well as flares and chaff dispensers. Amongst the key avionic features of the aircraft are the Eurogrid battlefield management and map display systems, integrated communications and data transfer links, a high-authority digital automatic flight control system, and redundant MIL-1553 data buses. 2 redundant mission computers control the weapons, sensors, and targeting functions. The Tiger's navigational suite includes GPS, dual redundant internal referencing, Doppler radar, separate air data units, radio altimeter, and distributed airspeed sensors. A dedicated nose-mounted forward-looking infrared sensor is used by the pilot for nighttime flying. Hold on tight, I will be introducing the most technologically advanced helicopter that hit a new speed milestone in the world of choppers. Number 6. Mi-28 Havoc. The Russian all-weather, day-night, 2-seat anti-armor Mi-28 Havoc is one of the most advanced heavily armored attack helicopters. It is a modern attack helicopter designed to carry out search and destroy operations against tanks, armored and unarmored vehicles, and enemy personnel in combat, as well as low-speed airborne targets. It can operate night and day, and in adverse weather conditions. It can attain a maximum speed of 300 km per hour, competing closely with the NH-90 and the Ka-52 Alligator helicopters, which offer the same speed. This giant is in service with the Russian Army since 2006. The helicopter design is based on the conventional pod and boom configuration, with a tail rotor. The main rotor head has elastomeric bearings and the main rotor blades are made from composite materials. The tail rotor is assigned on a biplane configuration, with independently controlled X-shaped blades. The new design of all-plastic rotor blades, which can sustain hits from 30mm shells, has been installed on the Night Havoc Mi-28-9 helicopter. The helicopter has non-retractable tricycle tail wheel type landing gear. The energy-absorbing landing gear and seats protect the crew in a crash landing or in low-altitude vertical fall. The crew are able to survive a vertical fall of up to 12 meters per second. The Mi-28 has a fully armored cabin, including the windshield, which withstands impact by 7.62mm and 12.7mm bullets, and 20mm shell fragments. The Night Havoc helicopter retains most of the structural design of the Mi-28. The main difference is the installation of an integrated electronic combat system. Other modifications include new main gearbox for transmitting higher power to the rotor, new high-efficiency blades with swept-shaped tips, and an engine fuel injection control system. Number 5. Kamov Ka-52 Hokum-B. The improved two-seat version of the Ka-50 is one of the fastest and most advanced attack helicopters in the world. Kamov Ka-52 Hokum-B is a multi-role, incredibly powerful, all-weather attack helicopter. One of the most maneuverable next-generation attack helicopters capable of operating in daytime and at night. The Ka-52 uses a 30mm cannon, 12 Vickers anti-tank missiles, or 4 Igla-V air-to-air missiles, and can carry quite a few unguided rockets and Igla air-to-air missiles. The Kamov Ka-52 Alligator is fitted with uprated TV3-11.7 VMA turboshaft engines. The Hokum-B has a unique maneuverability, which was derived from its two coaxial contra-rotating main rotors. It is among the most maneuverable helicopters in the world. Armor of the Alligator withstands hits from 23mm projectiles. Pilots are seated in ejection seats. It can also fly when one engine is disabled. The Hokum-B has a battlefield management system. It can exchange data with similar helicopters or other helicopter types, as well as third-party sources. This helicopter is also intended as an aerial command post for a group of helicopters. It provides target detection and coordinates the attacks. The Ka-52 retained all combat capabilities of its predecessor. It is armed with a side-mounted 30mm cannon. There are 6 external hardpoints for different combinations of weapons, including anti-tank missiles, air-to-air missiles, pods with unguided rockets, bombs. For anti-armor missions, it is armed with up to 12 Vickers ATGMs. These have a range of up to 10,000 meters and penetrate up to 1,000 millimeters of steel armor behind explosive reactive armor, so the Vickers missiles are capable of defeating even the most protected main battle tanks. Number 4. Bell AH-1Z Viper. The world's most advanced attack helicopter, the Bell AH-17 Viper, is a twin-engine attack helicopter based on the AH-1W Super Cobra that was developed for the United States Marine Corps. Bell AH-1Z flies with the most advanced aircraft weapons and survivability equipment in the world. It is the only attack helicopter with a fully integrated air-to-air missile capability. The AH-1Z features a 4-blade bearingless composite main rotor system, upgraded transmission, and a new target sighting system. It has upgraded avionics, weapons, and electro-optical sensors designed to find targets at long ranges and attack them with precision weapons. The AH-17 helicopter can carry a payload of 5.764 pounds, can fly as fast as 222 knots, has a range of 370 nautical miles, and can fly as high as 20,000 feet above sea level. The AH-1Z has a crew of 2, carries a 20mm Gatling gun, and can fire 70mm Hydra rockets, AIM-9 Sidewinder air-to-air missiles, and AGM-114 Hellfire air-to-ground missiles. The attack helicopter's avionics has integrated night vision goggle, compatible glass cockpit, advanced electronic warfare self-protection, EWSP suit, and ballistically hardened components to protect the aircraft from a broad range of enemy weapons. It has high-resolution, forward-looking infrared resolution that provides long-range detection, identification, and engagement capabilities. The systems include 2 mission computers and an automated flight control system with 4-axis stability control augmentation system. Each crew station has 2 8x6-inch multifunctioning displays and 4.2 by 4.2-inch dual-functioning display based on active matrix liquid crystal color technology. Dual-mission computers are the heart of the Northrop Grumman's integrated avionics system, also known as IAS, that powers a glass cockpit of the AH-IZ helicopter. The mission computers provide centralized control of the IAS and display situational awareness and health monitoring information. Additionally, the IAS and mission computers can accommodate future system upgrades, rapid insertion of new technologies, and integration of other avionics, communications, and survivability equipment. Northrop Grumman also provides the operational flight program software that controls the IAS. Number 3. Boeing FARA. Boeing has revealed its offering for the U.S. Army's Future Attack Reconnaissance Aircraft, also known as FARA, prototype competition, which is a program initiated in 2018 to develop a successor to the Bell OH-58 Kiowa Scout helicopter as part of the Future Vertical Lift program. While Boeing has not revealed its final name yet, the helicopter is simply being called Boeing FARA, and its clean sheet design features a hingeless 6-bladed high-solidity main rotor, a 4-bladed conventional tail rotor, and a propeller on the back. It also boasts a single-engine tandem seating and a modular cockpit with a reconfigurable large area display and autonomous capabilities. Some of the nuances that occur with an articulated rotor system will not be experienced with the Boeing FARA design. For instance, the design eliminates high rotor blade flapping. The helicopter also features a modular open systems architecture, or MOSA, required for the FARA program and takes sustainment into account through a maintenance-friendly design using common Army equipment and components. The fly-by-wire design leverages more than 65 years of rotorcraft experience, proven advanced in additive manufacturing technology, and product commonality, driving down the risk and cost. The system will provide seamless capability within the Army ecosystem to include long-range precision fires and air-launched effects. Number 2. Bell FCX-001. The Bell FCX-001 is an American experimental concept helicopter presented to the public at the Heli Expo 2017 in Dallas on March 7, 2017, and was built by Bell Helicopter. Notable elements in the FCX-001's design include a fan-driven anti-torque system, hybridized propulsion, morphing main rotor blade tips, an extensive use of glass in the fuselage, gull-wing doors, and the use of augmented reality in the cockpit to control the aircraft. On the ceiling of the widened cabin, which is configured for 8 passengers at Heli Expo, but is capable of accommodating up to 12, Bell has designed a honeycomb of drop-down control modules to allow for maximum customization and comfort for passengers. The concept envisions the modules providing the ability for passengers to adjust things such as their lighting, temperature, or infotainment experience. Bell CEO Mitch Snyder said the FCX-001 was inspired by the concept cars produced by automobile manufacturers from major auto shows. Focusing further at the FCX-001's design, beginning with the rear of the aircraft, it does not feature a tail rotor, which is a standard in Bell designs. Instead, the anti-torque is provided by multiple fans embedded within the tail boom. The vented system gives the capability to thrust in either direction, and will also have thrust vector control, allowing it to forego a horizontal stabilizer. Powering that anti-torque system is an electric motor as part of the hybridized propulsion system. Though the FCX-001 has just one pilot seat, there is an AI assistant, so the pilot can focus more in doing mission control and important safety functions. Number 1. Sikorsky Boeing SB-1 Defiant. The Sikorsky Boeing SB-1 Defiant is a compound helicopter with rigid coaxial rotors, powered by 2 Honeywell T-55s, and made its first flight on March 21, 2019. The Defiant is one of 2 rotorcraft taking place in a competitive demonstration and risk reduction effort ahead of the Army's future long-range assault aircraft program. The Army envisions FLRAA as a replacement for the UH-60 Blackhawk helicopter in the early 2030s. The design will have a cruise speed of 460 km per hour. Compared to conventional helicopters, the counter-rotating coaxial main rotors and pusher propeller offer a 100-knot speed increase, a 60% combat radius extension, and 50% better performance in high-hot hover performance. Sikorsky Boeing states the SB-1 will be quick and nimble, with fast acceleration and deceleration, fast side-to-side movement, and the capability to hover with the tail up and nose down. The Defiant demonstrator will be powered by the Honeywell T-55, which powers the CH-47 Chinook. It will be slightly modified to better operate at slower propeller speeds, down to 85 RPM. In a recent flight test, the Sikorsky Boeing SB-1 Defiant coaxial demonstrator hit a new speed record of 205 knots. While it is just a step forward as the Sikorsky Boeing team continues to march toward a speed requirement of 230 knots, exceeding 200 knots is significant because it's beyond any conventional helicopter speed. Which of these technologically advanced choppers really caught your attention? Share me your answers by leaving a comment down below, so I can talk about it with you in the first hour. Advanced machinery is really compelling. Find out in my related video, Prestige New Sprinter Vans You Can Buy Today. And we'll be talking about the famous hashtag van life. Stay connected, stay up to date.